Hi, I'm Tasha, and this is my sarcoma story. On March 22nd of 2022, I was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma, which is a soft tissue cancer generally presenting in children, although mine came to be 2 weeks before my 30th birthday. So I noticed a sore throat at the end of January, and for 7 days assumed it was COVID. I was taking regular tests. I had a strep test. The sore throat persisted and began to swell on just one side, right by my right tonsil. So I saw 3 different ENTs. I had an emergency surgery. They tried to drain it thinking it was an infection, and it just bled, which is atypical. So I had to have a surgery to stop the bleeding. I was trying to recover from that surgery, and in that time span, the swelling persisted and got worse. So I saw a 4th opinion, a 5th opinion, and finally a 6th opinion that did a tonsillectomy. Biopsied what they removed in the tonsillectomy, which was all dead tissue. And that is how they diagnosed me. So the time it took to be diagnosed from when I noticed symptoms was 2 months exactly. 2 days after my diagnosis, I went right into treatment. I did 14 rounds of chemo, ended December of 2022. I did 7 weeks of radiation. And what I think I want people to know about this story is that I had to advocate very hard to get my diagnosis and be extremely persistent. When you're dealing with a rare diagnosis that presents like something else at first, it's completely reasonable to think it's that thing and not the rare thing. But the truth is, we need to be aware of these rare diseases so that we can help people get diagnosed faster and have better outcomes and spread awareness for better treatment. So what I want everyone to take from my story is to be your own advocate. You are your best advocate, but that is extremely hard, and I don't want to take away from that. It wasn't easy to be persistent. I felt like I was stepping on doctors' toes. I felt like maybe it was all in my head and I should just like let it go and let them monitor me. But I am glad in the end that I didn't do that, because it potentially could have been even worse than it was. And the reason I feel so strongly about sharing my story is that my persistence came from the stories I had heard before me. In the back of my head, I was thinking of the stories I had heard of people advocating for themselves and getting diagnoses or wishing they had done something different. And I'm so grateful to those who I had heard about before I even knew it was something I would need. So I hope that if anybody feels like something is wrong, they take this as a sign to seek answers, persist, keep going, and hopefully in the future we will have treatment and cures for this disease so people don't have to be their best advocate. But if you're going through it, just know you're not alone.